So I just kind of thought, well, I don't want to live like this.
Today, we're diving into a shocking revelation that's sending ripples everywhere. After years of standing by Ellen DeGeneres through thick and thin, Portia de Rossi has finally broken her silence about their high-profile breakup. And trust us, the truth is nothing like what anyone imagined. For years, Ellen and Portia were seen as a perfect couple, admired by fans and celebrated within the LGBTQ+ community. They appeared to have it all. But what really happened behind closed doors? Were there signs we all missed? Stay tuned, because the real story behind their split is far more complicated and heartbreaking than anyone expected. Ellen and Portia's relationship began like a fairy tale. They met in 2000 at a social event, and sparks flew instantly. Ellen was already a household name in comedy and daytime television, while Portia was building a successful acting career of her own. Over the years, they were widely regarded as a power couple, openly advocating for LGBTQ+ rights and living what seemed to be a picture-perfect life. The two frequently shared heartfelt moments with fans, speaking openly about their love and shared journey. To many, they symbolize hope and resilience, proof that love could truly conquer all. But as we now know, there was much more happening behind the scenes than anyone could have guessed. According to Portia, the problems in their relationship began years ago, but she chose to stay silent to protect Ellen's public image. Sources close to Portia say she often felt neglected and unappreciated as Ellen became increasingly consumed by her career. As Ellen's talk show skyrocketed in popularity, her focus shifted more and more toward work, leaving little room for her personal life. Portia felt like she was always coming second to Ellen's career, one insider shared. Even though they had a strong bond, she couldn't ignore that her needs were being pushed aside. Over time, this lack of attention took a heavy emotional toll, leaving Portia feeling isolated and unfulfilled in the marriage. But the strain wasn't just about career imbalance. As Ellen's fame grew, so did the pressures that came with maintaining her public persona. While she was known for spreading positivity on screen, insiders claimed she became increasingly demanding behind the scenes, and cracks in the relationship became harder to hide. Though some reports were difficult to verify, one thing was clear. The pressure of upholding a flawless public image deeply affected her personal life. When allegations of a toxic work environment on the Ellen DeGeneres show surfaced in 2020, fans were stunned. Ellen issued a public apology, but the damage was already done. For Portia, this moment marked a turning point. Seeing Ellen struggle with her reputation forced her to confront how much of her own life had been spent shielding Ellen's image, often at the expense of her own happiness. That Portia's revelation isn't only about disappointment or heartbreak, it's also about rediscovering herself. Friends close to her say she had long been grappling with feelings of inadequacy, struggling to define her identity outside of Ellen's shadow. Despite her own successful acting career, she often felt overlooked, with fans primarily seeing her as Ellen's wife rather than an accomplished individual in her own right. Eventually, sources say, Portia reached a breaking point. She realized she needed to take back control of her life, reclaim her sense of self, and prioritize her own happiness, no matter how difficult that decision might be. She had lost herself in the relationship she had a close friend. For so long, she was focused on making Ellen happy. But now, it's time for Portia to focus on herself. This new chapter marks a powerful moment in Portia's journey towards self-discovery and independence. The question now is, what does life look like for her as she steps out of Ellen's shadow? As news of Portia's confession spread, fans flocked to social media to share their reactions. Many expressed support, acknowledging how difficult it must have been for her to finally step out on her own. It's tough being with someone whose career is larger than life. One fan wrote, Portia deserves to find a happiness too. Others, however, are heartbroken to see such a beloved couple go their separate ways. Ellen and Portia gave us so much hope. It's sad to see their story end like this, commented another fan. Despite the mixed reactions, one thing is clear. Portia's decision to speak out has resonated with many, and fans are eager to see what the future holds for her. Some insiders suggest that Ellen's relentless dedication to her career played a major role in the breakdown of their marriage. As her fame grew, Ellen's life increasingly revolved around maintaining appearances, leaving less room for nurturing her relationship. Friends of Portia say this dynamic was ultimately unsustainable, especially for someone as introspective and grounded as she is. It was a lot for her to carry, one close friend explained. Ellen's focus has always been her career, and while Portia supported her, she also needed someone to prioritize their relationship.
Everything changed in a second, and that's what I want to talk about. Life is short, and it's fragile.
The pressures of Hollywood have broken up many couples, and it seems Ellen and Portia are no exception. Fans are left wondering, could Ellen have done more to balance her career and marriage? Could things have turned out differently if the demands of fame hadn't taken such a toll? While Ellen hasn't commented publicly, those close to her say she has been deeply affected by Portia's revelation. After years of seeing her as her biggest supporter, hearing that Portia felt neglected and unhappy has reportedly shaken her. Insiders describe Ellen as reflecting on their relationship, questioning whether she could have done things differently. Ellen is heartbroken, too. She knows she wasn't perfect, but she always believed Portia would be by her side, said a friend. Fans are now watching eagerly, wondering whether Ellen will address the breakup or let Portia's story stand on its own. Will Ellen open up and share her side, or remain silent as Portia moves forward? Those close to Ellen say she is focusing on finding peace and happiness outside of Portia's shadow. She has reportedly turned to friends and family, drawing strength from those who know her best. This new chapter is about rediscovering her identity, living life on her own terms, and letting go of the past. If you want, I can combine all your rewritten sections into one seamless, dramatic narrative that flows like a full feature story. It would read much more engagingly for an article or video script. Do you want me to do that?
One big rumor that doesn't seem to go away, and at this point I feel like I'm disappointing the whole of America, not just my mother.
You really are.
It's true. It's like, the tabloids are at me, my mother's at me. I just
Well, children are very expensive.
They are.
So that's something to think about before you jump into anything like that.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys have...
Portia's story has inspired many fans, serving as a reminder that even in the most high-profile relationships, self-love and personal growth are essential. As Portia de Rossi steps into this new chapter of her life, one question remains. Will she be able to find a voice and reclaim her happiness outside of Ellen's shadow?
Being here, I appreciate it today more than ever, more than I did yesterday, and tomorrow I will appreciate it more tomorrow than today, because life is short. I have mentioned before that we taped the show in advance, and we taped yesterday's show last week. Whew.
What does this story teach us about the pressures of fame, love, and self-identity? Portia's journey of self-discovery is just beginning, and it's clear she's ready to write her own story. What do you think of Portia's brave confession? Do you believe she made the right choice in stepping away? Or is there more to this story we don't know yet? Share your thoughts in the comment below, and don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates on all the Hollywood news that matters to you.